So one of the really cool things about Battlefield 1 is that when you're in the spawn screen, you can actually go along and you can change your loadout really quickly if you want to. Change to different things. But one thing you may not have noticed is that you can also have different presets for your loadout here. So what I'm doing is I'm using my R2 and L2 buttons on my PlayStation controller to get to the assault icon, and then I can choose my assault icons. And so you can have different versions for different game modes and different situations you're in. So if we just go into the customize screen, what you'll see is this is the screen you'll be familiar with. But if we go right to the top where it says Loadout, and then we've got Assault 1, you can then press right on your D-pad, and then we've got another one. And you can see these are all filled up with slightly different weapons. So, for example, in the Assault class, my main run around and use almost all the time guy has his MP18 trench, his gun, anti-tank grenades, anti-rocket grenades, light anti-tank grenades, and a melee weapon. But then I also have my Assault 2, and this is, I like to call this guy my ambusher, because instead of having anti-tank grenades, he has an anti-tank mine. So the idea is you put the anti-tank mine in front of a tank, it'll disable it, or just basically do a lot of damage to it, and then can finish it off with a rocket gun. And then finally, in my Assault 3, I have a shotgun, I have the dynamite, and the rocket gun, because I think the rocket gun is pretty much essential for the assault class, because they don't have any weapons that have decent range. But the rocket gun, if you see a sniper, even in game modes like Team Deathmatch, if you see a sniper, you can just drop down and fire a rocket at him and take him out. And this is like my Team Deathmatch or other modes where I'm in close, maybe fighting in the trenches, and generally getting in close where the shotgun is really going to do very well. And the dynamite is great because you can throw it through doors and blow it up and you can kill loads of people. So that's assault. And then if we go right to medic, we'll have a quick look at that as well. So what you can see here is my main medic has the M1916 Marksman. Really like that rifle with the syringe and the medical crate, anti-tank grenades. I think you should really, if you play Conquest or any of the objective modes where there are vehicles, you should always carry anti-tank grenades, because you never know when one might appear, and you can do your bit just by lobbing one of those at it, even if you don't destroy it. And then my Medic 2 is for a little bit more of a kind of a close quarters situations, because that's the sweeper. So the M1907 sweeper is a fully automatic gun. So like a little, kind of like a submachine gun with a little bit more range. It's rubbish at medium to long range, but it's good at close to medium range. And I've still got the syringe and the medical crate. I've been playing around with a smoke grenade with that one as well. And then my third loadout is where I guess you could call this my anti-tank medic, because I'm back with my M1916 Marksman, but I've equipped the rifle grenade, high explosive, so I can fire that against tanks. I guess I could use it against bunkers as well. Medical crate, anti-tank grenades. So that's the kind of medic. Then if we look at supports, my main loadout that I use most of the time is the Lewis gun suppressive. I like the optical sight on that and the big magazine. Air high explosive, mortar, air mortar, really effective against infantry. Love using that weapon, so much fun. And the ammo crate, anti-tank grenade, of course. And in support 2, I swap out the air explosive mortar for the high explosive one, because this guy is my anti-tank support class, because we've got the high explosive mortar and we've got the limpet charge. So if I'm feeling really brave, I can run up to a tank and throw a limpet charge on it and blow it up. And then this is my, I guess, a traditional kind of support loadout, in the fact that I've got my ammo crate, as you'd expect from like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, but I've also got the repair tool. So if I'm going to be hanging around tanks, I've got that and I can fix them. And then I've got my anti-tank grenade. And then let's have a look at the scouts. So with the scout, my main loadout is the SMLE Marksman, like that one, with the flare gun for spotting. That's really good. You can fire that up and see what's around you. The K bullets, because you can use those against armour, very effective. And the anti-tank grenade, as I explained earlier. My second variant is basically the same, but I had a tripwire bomb. So maybe if I'm going to do a bit of camping, maybe on a roof somewhere where there's a ladder behind me, I'll put the tripwire bomb, pop that down. My third variant is with the Russian 1895 trench, and this is a fast-firing sniper rifle. Good, but better for up close. And then I've got my flare gun for spotting. For example, to say I wanted to play some team deathmatch with a sniper on one of the closer maps, I might well use this loadout, and I've got a tripwire bomb there. Is that everybody? Oh, yeah. Did we talk about we talked about assault. We talked about the medic. We talked about the support. And we've talked about the scout. So there we go. That's how you can have lots of little presets ready to go, so that you can just go across to the little icon and choose the one you want. Super useful. I mean, I would always recommend that you tend to play with the same class loadout all the time. So by all means, swap between medic, assault, recon, scout. Really kind of stick with the same ones till you're very, very used to them, because what I find is you'll find weapons and gadgets that are effective for the way you play in lots of different game modes, maybe Conquest and Team Deathmatch or War Pigeons and that sort of stuff. And if you mix it up too much, you kind of start getting a bit confused about what you've got. But it's always nice to have those options there. So like with my support guy, the fact that I can quickly swap to my anti-tank mortar and my limpet charge without having to muck around too much is great fun. So there we go. I hope that video is useful. Hope it lets you explore different loadouts that you can change quickly on Battlefield 1. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, press like if you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Put your questions and comments down below, and I will see you again soon.